Athens has been on my bucket list since I was a kid. Greek gods, mythology, history, and alongside that is a city whose culinary tradition goes back for centuries. The home of gyros, ground zero for souvlaki. Here is everything I did and ate for 2 days in Athens.
Morning everyone, I'm in Athens at the top of the Acropolis, just geeking out over some history. It's 9 AM and it's already 30 degrees. Wore black today, which was a poor choice. I've wanted to come here since I was a kid, to be honest with you. With my ADHD, I used to hyper-focus on Greek mythology, ancient Rome, ancient Greece. I'm actually reading all of the signs and everything, which I never normally do, because I'm an ignorant piece of shit. But yeah, this temple here, this little one, built by Emperor Augustus of Rome. It's old, one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. This is the Temple of Athena, what Athens is named after, the goddess of love. Definitely recommend coming here. Try, if you can, to get here early. The queue wasn't too bad, but I imagine it's worse later on. And also, there are like steps and like it's all uphill. You don't want to be doing it in like 35-degree heat, depending on what time of the year you come. It is August the 4th. There's loads of scaffolding up around the Parthenon, making it into a Wetherspoons, the first Wetherspoons in Greece, serving mythos and gyros. First food place I'm going today is obviously going to be a gyros place. I went on TikTok and just typed in Athens gyros, as you do, and it came up with about 20 different people who was going to the same place, so I'm going to go to that place first. It's called TYLIXTO, and it opened 16 minutes ago. So there's a big queue. I've ordered a large pork gyros. It smells amazing, it looks amazing, I'm fucking starving.
Gyros is my go-to comfort food, so coming to one of the most popular places to eat it in the country that invented it was always going to be a special experience. There's a communal table outside where people from all over the world can sit shoulder to shoulder to enjoy their meat wraps and briefly trade just enough of their stories to remind you how big the world is.
Wow.
Then you part ways, satisfied and full.
So I felt a little bit awkward talking about the food, because I'm here on my own, so I didn't really want to just be chatting to the camera around a table of a load of strangers. But that gyros was sensational. You can see why there's a queue. It just does exactly what you want it to do. Meat was super, super, super tender, really juicy, crispy as well. Had the right amount of fat, and it was all rendered out perfectly. The pita itself was nice, fluffy, very special. So, in the middle of this, it's a pretty beat up area, is a restaurant called AVLI, which I've heard great things about. So, we'll go check it out.
This is AVLI, a traditional Greek gaff.
Hello.
Bossman.
I am the best service in Athens.
One of my favourite things about Greece is the sausage, or loukaniko. The first mention of these was in Homer's Odyssey in 700 BC, so the Greeks have had a couple of millennia to perfect the recipe, and these were fucking superb. Vine leaves stuffed with rice and herbs are another Greek staple. There's something ancestral about eating these, knowing how many generations of Greeks have enjoyed the exact same snack over the centuries. But the grilled pork here was the star of the show. Soft, perfectly cooked and dripping in its own juices. It's like these bites had been sent down by the gods from Mount Olympus itself. I was lucky enough to keep this permanent stain as a souvenir too. The courgette fritters were crispy, flavour-packed mini discs, incredibly addictive. Dipped in their freshly made tzatziki, a real treat. And I just want to talk about that tzatziki for a second. That cool, tangy punch of yogurt, garlic and cucumber that cuts through the Mediterranean heat like a knife. It quite literally tastes like Greek in a bowl, humble, vibrant and steeped in tradition. AVLI is special.
AVLI. Good Lord. That was spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. I didn't know what to expect. It's not in like a super touristy area, it's in a back street, graffiti all over the walls, but then you go down this little alleyway and you just met with this lovely little sort of terrace playing Greek music, serving all of the classics. I'm taking some back in a bag. Couldn't eat it all, so I've taken some for the hotel later on just to smash a load of sausage and that pork melted in the mouth. I love traditional Greek food like that. Really simple, small plates. Oh God, I love it in Athens. I fucking love it here. I mean, look at this here. And every single one of these places, the food slaps. I've come for another little mooch around some ruins of ancient Greece. So the Parthenon and the Acropolis is where I was this morning, is up there. A few of you may be wondering, why are you going on all these hikes? And where the fuck are the beers? Well, I'll tell you, I am no longer drinking. I am sober. I am attending Alcoholics Anonymous meetings. If any of you have seen any of my other videos on this channel, you'll have seen the signs were there. I probably didn't want to see them, to be honest with you. And it took a real rock bottom to get me to realise that I have a huge problem with alcohol. So this is my first trip without it, and it's good to feel good. Feels good feeling good. I'm not going to preach, but I'm really grateful to have found sobriety. I'm nearly 3 months in now. Not had a drink in nearly 3 months, which is something I never thought I'd say. Been to an FA Cup final with United in that time. I've been to weddings in that time. Met friends in the pub in that time. No drinks. I was finding it difficult to build up the motivation to edit the videos, because I'd look back on the footage and it'd just be a complete mess. Cork was a really bad one. It was just all completely incoherent, and it was embarrassing, to be honest with you. Someone like that doesn't deserve a platform, and somehow I got one. But now that I have got one, I want to be a force of good on this platform and on all the other platforms as well. I'm not going to get too deep on you. Not the time or the place. I'm in Athens, I'm sweating my tits off. But that's why there's no alcohol or bars in this video. I'm just excited about the future for the first time in a long time. Right, that's enough about that. Let's go for a wander.
THANASIS is bustling with activity. As soon as you walk in, the smell of the meat cooking on the spit hits you hard. Everyone is sat enjoying their gyros wraps. The simplicity and speed of service in here is as efficient as a McDonald's, but the product is light years away. It might be fast food, but there's real substance and love for what they do here, and that shines through with every single messy bite.
That is easily the best one of the trip so far. It's the best by quite a long way as well. That pita bread is so fresh, and the meat is stacked, it's packed, it's juicy, moist, full of flavour, seasoning, nice and salty. I mean, I've had a lot of gyros in my life. A lot of it I've been very pissed for. I can taste everything. And I will remember this for a long time, because this is a very special kebab. THANASIS. Very, very fucking good. That is the closest to a 10 that I'm going to give. Wow. So I'm in the Plaka neighbourhood. Very, very cool neighbourhood. Loads of lovely little streets like this. 20 past 10. Usually by this time on one of these videos, I'm absolutely shit-faced about to sing karaoke. And as fun as that is, what that leads to afterwards, it's really not worth it. These videos are usually pretty high octane, but this one's pretty mellow. Very mellow. I'm so full of fucking pork gyros and water. I'm going to be pissing like a racehorse through the night. I think about fucking 8 bottles. But I'm feeling good, feeling fresh, and I think I'm probably going to call it a night. So, yeah, good night. I'll see you tomorrow, I guess. Hello again, everyone. This is my last day in Athens. I've only come for a couple of days, you know, just to get away. I've been chilling all morning, by the pool. Normally on these videos, I try and cram in about fucking 8 food places in one day and end up just feeling shit. Obviously drinking through all of the indigestion and the bloat. But on this one, I'm only going to a couple a day. Hopefully it makes for a little bit more of a relaxing video and not quite as intense as my others. Right now, I'm heading to a traditional Greek restaurant. I've forgotten what it's called. It's called... and we're going to see what it's all about.
Prodorpion is a bit less of a tourist hotspot. This is one for the locals. Businessmen on their lunch breaks, stopping their hectic day for a big fat plate of grilled meat. A moment of solace from the daily grind. I got the mixed grill. Greek sausage, lamb kebab, grilled chicken, chicken gyros and pork souvlaki, served with chips and pita. That sausage, honest to God, it's on my death row food list without a shadow of a doubt. I first tried it in Catalonia when I was in primary school, and I was always so upset you couldn't get it in the UK really. A few places do it now, but not like this.
That is good.
Everything here is amazing, but the chicken was undoubtedly the highlight. I really wish I knew what spice rub they put on it, because I would be rubbing that shit into my gums every single day.
That chicken's probably some of the best chicken I've ever had. I can't go over that taste. Amazing. Right. That's some tzatziki now.
It's a great little spot to sit and people watch. A bit off the beaten track, about 15-minute walk away from the centre, but well worth the journey for a meal that will just make you smile.
I think that was about as an authentic Athenian souvlaki gaff as you can possibly hope to visit. No frills, no bollocks. They just do what they do, and there were no tourists in there. We were a little bit off the beaten track. Made up with that. Got a little bag. I say a little bag, it's a fucking massive bag, full to the brim of meat. So if you're in the market for Greek meats, like that sausage, or the Greek traditional sausage, then go there. It's cheap as fuck as well. All that came to, with the drink, I think it was like €13. Gyros there was only €3.20 as well. Sensational stuff.
ASTER is different, a more modern approach to Greek cooking, taking those traditional staples and putting their own unique spin on them. I started with the burrata and tomato salad, and just look how fucking creamy that shit is.
Oh my god, that's unbelievable. I don't know what this brown stuff is. They're called husks or something. There's so much olive oil. It's dripping in olive oil. Look at that. My god. It's all so fresh.
And now for the best dish I ate on the entire trip, the pulled lamb.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. This is the best lamb I've ever eaten in my life, and I actually mean that. Oh. Holy shit. Okay. I need to take a minute to just take this in. I've never said this. That's a 10 out of 10.
You have to come here and you have to have it. Just on a serious note, this solo trip was so good for my mental health. I was anxious as fuck about travelling sober and on my own, but I did some real soul searching here, and I feel like I left a part of myself in Athens, but in its place, I took a bit of the city with me.
Right, that is it. I'm all packed, as you can see, and I'm heading back to the airport. I've had my little solo trip. I've absolutely loved it. Hopefully you've enjoyed this different pace of a video. Might do more of these, might not. This is kind of a tester to see if I even want to do them anymore. If you liked it, let me know. If you didn't, tell me to fuck off, that's fine. And thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.